First day of summertime, bright, cold, and for the final time in this compelling campaign, two of the principal contenders climbing together into the same ring. The last chance for either directly to inflict damage on the other, to impose their will. The clocks are forward, the last day of March, it's bubbling up, and City and Arsenal touch gloves. Gary, your eyes are on two hugely creative captains.
Yeah, we've got a brilliant game to look forward to and two brilliant football players captaining their sides today. De Bruyne, the very best in the Premier League over many, many years, and Arsenal's back four have been the very best in the league this season. Can they handle De Bruyne? Can they stop him?
So 3 weeks on from Anfield, Pep faces complications as he selects for a second successive summit game in the Premier League. Ederson not yet ready to return, so Stefan Ortega keeps goal again. And this is City's first League 11 since May, devoid of both Walker and Stones. Akanji left the Swiss camp early, he comes in at right back. At centre-half, it's the return of Josko Gvardiol. Rodri was suspended for the game at Arsenal in October. He, of course, is key. Kevin De Bruyne was also absent then. He didn't join up with Belgium, but he's ready to go again now in support of Erling Haaland, who seeks his season's 30th goal. And notably, John Stones and Jack Grealish are both amongst the subs, as indeed is Matheus Nunes, who did get a kick when away with Portugal. Mikel Arteta publishes his first team sheet for 19 days. That is since David Raya, his goalkeeper, produced the penalty saves which kept Arsenal in the Champions League. He was in the last visiting team to win on this ground. Ben White returns from his own much-debated international break. Gabriel withdrew from Brazil's squad, but he's fine. Jakub Kiwior did the full 2 hours for Poland in Cardiff on Tuesday. No change in midfield. Declan Rice now, of course, forever an England captain. Bukayo Saka was unfit for England, but he is ready now. And Gabriel Jesus, on very familiar territory, returns. It's his first Premier League start since January. So fit again, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard are both on the bench.
And they stop that partnership where he connects with Erling Haaland. And for Arsenal, the silkiest of players in Ødegaard. Those four centre-backs that occupy the positions of the back four for Manchester City. Can he slide those little passes that he often makes through them today?
This side of Christmas, Arsenal, they aspire for the first time in 2 decades, perfect in the Premier League since the turn of the year. It may of course be neither, it certainly cannot be both. To win here will be to land a mighty blow.
Yeah, it looks like Manchester City were fooling us in the warm-up with their back four. Gvardiol warmed up as the left centre-back, Ake at left-back, but they've switched.
Kiwior from left-back for Arsenal with the throw. He had a heavy international break. Gabriel withdrew from Brazil's national side. Involved with Italy, and indeed Saliba with France. Here's Gvardiol, involved in the Premier League action for the first time since the middle of last month, playing, as Gary says, outside Nathan Ake. Since a home game here against Leeds in the middle of May, have Manchester City begun a Premier League game with neither Kyle Walker nor John Stones in their team.
Yeah, big losses. Walker in particular, I think, his pace at right back.
Kiwior, Havertz, swept on by Ødegaard, seen by Gvardiol. And one of you, Gary, I've been reading and hearing all week is that Arsenal need to feel they come here to win.
Yeah, I do. I really think that. I think you're trying to move a mountain from the top of the Premier League, and to do that, you've got to hit them hard. He's just offside, Haaland, I think.
He fiddled it through for Haaland. No flag yet. Saliba stood his ground pretty robustly, and now the flag is indeed raised.
going to push up Arsenal. They're not going to take a step back. Oh, it just goes a touch early. It's nearly 12 months since we saw Arsenal fold here. It's the most intriguing. Thing to see his men come here again. I'm sure they'll be different today.
Yes, they've marched today, of course. Last year, April was their defining, you might say their declining month. Those 3 draws in a row, and then the defeat to which Gary refers on the 26th of April. And City runs away from them. Bernardo Silva, trickling away from Kivior, upended by Gabriel Jesus. And Manchester City have the game's first offensive set piece.
Oh, it's a tasty little run from Bernardo Silva, the nutmegs. And he just gets his body across Gabriel Jesus. Anthony Taylor doing his very best in the first 3 minutes not to interfere with cards.
Anthony Taylor's had a hectic international break as well. He did a Euro semi-final playoff between Israel and Iceland, which included a couple of penalties and a red card, and then on Tuesday he was in Marseille for France 3, Chile 2. And he's awarded a free kick, over which, as so often, are Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden.
Both teams are blessed with height. Could he get to his near post? I'm sure De Bruyne is looking at that.
Flipped in by De Bruyne, and Haaland was creeping in round the back. Ben White was aware.
Yeah, it was good delivery. Very little space in between Raya and Arsenal's back line, but De Bruyne hit it.
An interesting fortnight or so for him. It's the most debated English footballers. Declining England's invitation.